Hello friends, today I'll be discussing with you how to apply conjoint analysis using SPSS. Conjoint analysis is an extremely popular tool in marketing research. The reason being the data are easy to get and it is easy to run the analysis. The results are also usually easily interpretable and marketers can apply these results immediately if possible. Conjoint analysis easily lends itself to the studies of market segmentation. For the purpose of explaining to you how conjoint analysis is applied, I am using an example where I am considering that a marketer is trying to introduce a new tea maker in the market, and the marketer or manufacturer is interested to assess how consumers evaluate the different levels of each of the product attributes: price, tea brew time, and maximum capacity are the attributes in the example, and each attribute is having more than one levels. As in case of price being one attribute, it is having three levels to it: 400 Indian rupees, 700 Indian rupees, or 1000 Indian rupees. Similarly, for the attribute of tea brew time, there are four levels: 4 minutes, 6 minutes, 8 minutes, and 10 minutes. Similarly, the capacity, maximum capacity, that how much tea the tea maker would be able to make in one go, is 200 ml, 400, 600, or 800 ml. For all these three attributes, most consumers would probably prefer either the most or least of each property or the level. A consumer could prefer maybe a tea maker which is of 400 rupees, tea brew time of 4 minutes, and maybe capacity of 600 ml, or it could be certain other combination of these. Now the manufacturer or the marketer is interested in determining how consumers value these specific attributes. That what is most important to a consumer, the price, tea brew time, or maximum capacity? Is the low price most valued, or the consumers are willing to pay a higher price to secure some of the other features? Or what should be the other attributes to be considered while offering this product in the market? The type of question that conjoint analysis attempts to answer is: what are the individual's utilities for the price, tea brew time, and maximum capacity in determining preferences and choices? Though there are different approaches available for performing a conjoint analysis and to compute the utilities for different levels of each variable used, I would be discussing with you the orthogonal design method. Conjoint orthogonal array design involves selecting a certain number of profiles resulting from all possible combinations of the levels. In the present example, there are three different attributes with multiple levels, as price is having 3 levels, tea brew time 4 levels, maximum capacity is having 4 levels. So the total possible combinations across these three attributes with their levels is equal to 48. 3 of price, 4 of brew time, 4 of maximum capacity. But it would be very tiring to people or your respondents if you are giving them 48 questions in front of them and you are asking them to either rate them or rank them. This is where the orthogonal design would come to our rescue. SPSS orthogonal design is recommended because it selects a suitable portion of all possible combinations of the categories of different variables under study. So let us first of all design different possible combinations using the orthogonal design or orthogonal array. How this thing is done in SPSS, I'll show you the steps. So in order to generate different profiles, you need to open your SPSS software. For the purpose of demonstration, I am using SPSS 22. For that, you need to select data from the main menu bar in the top row of the data view screen. and navigate to Orthogonal Design. Click Generate. In the Generate Orthogonal Design box, now we need to enter the name of our first variable, the factor's name. As our very first factor is price, so I would be entering price over here. It is not mandatory to add the factor label. If you want to add a factor label, you can, otherwise just click on add. Now I would be specifying my second factor, which is tea brew time. I am not giving any space over here, rather wherever space is there I have put underscore there, tea underscore brew underscore time. I would be adding this. Now I would be specifying my third attribute of maximum capacity, and I would be adding it to the list of my attributes. Now I would be selecting my very first attribute, and I would be defining the values, or I would be defining the levels. In order to define the levels, I'll assign value number 1 to 400 Indian rupees, and I will be putting it over here. Just in order to save time, I am copy pasting it. You can enter it manually also. Number 3, third level is 1000 INR. I would be just clicking on continue, and the levels or the values of my first variable would be defined. Similarly, I would be defining values for my second variable or second attribute of tea brew time. I would be assigning 1 to 4 minutes, then 2 to 6 minutes, 3 to 8 minutes, and 4 to 10 minutes. Let me check. Yes, it is 4, 6, 8 and 10. So I'll be just selecting on continue. Now I will be defining the values for the last attribute under study. It is 200 ml, maximum capacity 4, 6 and 800. So I'm assigning 1 to 200 ml, 2 to 400 ml, 3 to 600 ml, and 4 to 800 ml. I'll be clicking on continue. Now I would be making a selection, or I would be highlighting the create new data file, and I would be selecting the option of file. I would be saving this file on my desktop with the name of plan. Do save your file on your desktop only with the specific name of plan, because the syntax that I would be telling you, you can use the same syntax just by copy pasting it, or by exactly copying it if you would be using the similar file names as I am using. So I'll be saving it. Then make the selection, or check the box against reset random number seed 2 and enter any numbers of your choice. Suppose here I have entered I think 20 lakhs, so it is completely up to you. This would facilitate the system to generate sample profiles of the orthogonal design based on the random seed number that you have entered. Now just press OK, and you will be getting the output: a plan is successfully generated with 16 cards have been generated for our different attributes and levels. I'll be closing the output, and I'll be going to my desktop. On my desktop I'll be finding a new file with the name plan in it. On opening it, you'll find that all your attributes are there, and you can see when you open it, it could be in this mode of numbers only, the numbers that we specified for different levels. In order to see what every number is about, I would be selecting value labels, and it is that the different cards which are generated, or different combinations which have been proposed by the system, are 700 price, 6 minutes and 800 ml. Similarly 700, 4 minutes, 400 ml, and different combinations are there. There are total 16 number. Now we can put all these combinations in the form of a questionnaire, and we can put it in front of our respondents to rank them, whether which combination they like the most, then the second one, then the third one, then fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth, so on. We can make the people rank these different combinations on a scale of 1 to 16. So based on the results that I received in a plan file, I have copied these 16 combinations which have been designed using the orthogonal array, and I have copied them into my Word file into the form of this table. Now I can put this data in front of my respondents, and I can ask them to rank these 16 profiles based on their liking or the utility that they feel they are getting out of from each combination. The ranks would be from 1 to 16, where 1 would be the highest rank and 16th would be the lowest rank. So a respondent could rank this profile as 1 and maybe this one as 16th, or anyhow. So all the respondents would be ranking all the profiles from 1 to 16. Now create a separate data file and enter the data or the preference scores or the ranks that you have obtained from the respondents for these randomly chosen 16 combinations. In the variable screen, type the card number or the profile, whatever you want to name it as, from 1 to 16. I have entered all the 16 card names here from card 1 to card 16, and I have also entered for the first respondent what was the rank given for the card number 1 or the combination 1, combination 2, combination 3, and so on to combination 16. Similarly, the entries have been made for the second respondent, third, fourth, fifth, and for the purpose of this demonstration I am using a dummy data in which total of 397 respondents have given their responses over the 16 profile combinations. Now in order to run conjoint analysis, first we need to save this file on our desktop where we have saved our earlier SPSS file of plan in which our cards were generated. We need to save this file with the name of data. So I'll be saving this file with the name of data on my desktop. Now once you'll be saving your data file on the desktop, you would be finding your data file and the plan file on the same location in your computer. As suggested to you, I have saved my plan file in which the 16 profiles were created and my data file on my computer desktop. They are at the same place. Now in my data file I would be selecting the option of file. In file I'll be selecting new, and in new I would be selecting the syntax option. On making this selection, the IBM SPSS statistics syntax editor would open. Here I need to write the code to run conjoint analysis. In order to save time, I have entered the complete syntax. Now let me explain what every line in the syntax means. The first line is conjoint plan. This line specifies where the conjoint plan file is located in your system. As in this case it is present on my desktop, so it is C user, my name is Rahul, under Rahul user the desktop, and the file name is plan.sav. If you don't know that how to write this thing, one of the easiest way out is go to your C drive. In your C drive, click on users, then click on your name or the name of your system. In that thing, select the desktop, select the plan file, and in the address bar just select what is coming over there. It is C:\users Rahul desktop. you would be putting one more backslash over here like this, and you would be writing plan.sav. Just copy this complete thing and paste it in the syntax window in the conjoint plan. Then you will be pressing enter and you would be using backslash data. Now you would be specifying where your data file is saved in the second line. Once you would be specifying this thing, then you need to specify the sequence of your data. The third line of score indicates the preference score given by the respondents to each card profile generated in the orthogonal plan. The preference is from 1 to 16, so we have the sequence of card 1 to card 16. The fourth line specifies the factors. As we were having 3 factors, so all the 3 factors are given over there, or factors are also called as attributes: price, tea brew time, and maximum capacity. Then the fifth line of print instructs the software to exhibit all the relevant output. The sixth line of utility specifies the location for writing or saving the data output file containing the preference scores. The last line of plot all command simply generates utilities compounded for different levels of each variable. Once you have specified the syntax, just click on this run selection button, this green colored play button under utilities tab, this one, run selection. Just click on it and your output would be generated. If you see the output table, the very first output table is a warnings where it is written no reversals occurred. This indicates that there are no cases of reversals. If we take the example of tea maker, it represents that there is no peculiar case of the respondent preferring a tea maker which is having the highest price with the minimum capacity, and it takes the maximum time to brew the tea. Such cases are called reversals, and nothing like this has happened with our data, so which is a good thing. Now in the model description table, it simply portrays the number of levels or categories of the different factors which are used in the conjoint model. The third table is most important to us, the table of utilities. It presents the utility coefficients for each level of the factor in the model. The higher the utility coefficient, the higher the preference of that particular level of the factor. As per the results, in case of the price attribute, people are giving highest utility to the 1000 Indian rupees price. In the tea brew time, the highest utility of 2.256 is given to the 4 minutes, and in the maximum capacity the highest utility is given to the 800 ml, which means people actually, or my target market is preferring a tea maker which is of 1000 rupees, would take 4 minutes to brew 800 ml of tea. So this is the product that the marketer should launch in the market. The other important thing is tea brew time is the most important attribute or factor to the target market. After tea brew time, the most importance is given to the capacity or the maximum capacity of the tea making machine, that how much tea could be prepared at the same time, and the minimum importance among the 3 variables or 3 factors is given to price. Now in the correlations table, you would be finding that the value is significant, which simply represents the amount of correlation between the observed preference scores and the conjoint model estimated preference score. The significance of correlation coefficient indicates that the model does a good job of predicting the respondent's preference for different attributes towards the tea making machine or tea maker. So this is how we apply conjoint analysis. Then there are the summary table, that in case of price the utility is maximum for 1000 INR. In case of tea brew time the utility is maximum for 4 minutes, and in case of maximum capacity the utility is maximum for 800 ml. And this is showing us that which factor is more important, just the graphical representation of the data that we have seen in the tables above. I hope that now you would be able to apply conjoint analysis with more confidence. In case of any query or any clarification, you can write in the comment section below. Do subscribe to my channel for such videos. Thank you.